Good morning. It's 11:11 a.m. On November 4th, and it's time for part 6 of the code. I think there's a couple more, but this one is the fifth characteristic trait, patience. And hopefully you're wondering, what is patience? Most people don't know. They have some ideas, but I want to show you a little bit about patience, the act of having patience, the art of having patience, and how can that help us get to a point where happy is part of our lifestyle. Let's do a simple, quick review, and then we'll get on. This will be a short one. So far, we've talked about be wise with your words, avoiding gossip and all that kind of negative talk. The second trait was honesty. And that's just not having any wrong ideas about something and coming clean, let's say. Just coming clean about everything. Not deceiving in any way. And then there's kindness. We have a kindness scale. We have to evaluate ourselves on where we're at on the kindness scale. We're trying to deal with our circle of friends and family first here. So where do our friends and family rate us on kindness? I'm not talking about how we rate them. That's not really relevant right now. How do they rate us? And the fourth one that we just finished a couple of days ago was positivity, how to be positive, finding a positive, making something become positive. Just avoid the negative. So anyway, now patience. So what is patience? Let's find out. I'm just going to pause here for just a minute. If you've been following, you know there's a little bit of a homework you have to do, and there's your reminder. So, patience. Was this your first thought? It's the most trying time of the week. Certain times of the year are the most trying times of the year. Waiting in line, it's our weakest moment usually. This may actually determine who we are, is how do we handle, can we handle standing in line, waiting? So what does having patience mean? Let's think about something for a second. Have you taught your children, or did you teach your children about patience? About the things that will happen in life that they'll have to have patience with? This is important. This is a very important thing to teach. It's probably not taught in school, but it must be taught at home. The art of having patience. So here it is. Patience is not the ability to wait, but how we behave while we're waiting. Go back to the stand in line. How do you behave while you're waiting in line? You're possibly your most vulnerable moment, waiting in line. How do you behave during that time? You consider yourself very positive, very negative at that point. So here's another time to step to the mirror, and this time point at yourself in the mirror. How do I behave while waiting? Waiting for someone to act better. Good luck with that. But it's not about them, it's about us. Patience. How do I behave while I'm waiting? Anybody can wait, but how you turn that either positive or negative, that's when you know you have patience. Most people don't. Next time you're in line at the store, wherever, big store, grocery store, watch the other people and identify the ones that don't understand patience, and smile real big, because you do. You're overcoming the wait in line, and then smile real big so other people will wonder why you're so happy and they're not. So what about the sudden circumstance? These things happen. Patience, our behavior instantly when something happens. How are we going to react? How are we going to behave? Will we accomplish patience during the sudden circumstance? This is important. It's most of us downfall, not having patience, not behaving properly during the circumstances, during the wait, and it's something that has to be overcome. You have to learn patience, which means you have to become better, a better person with your behavior during the waiting circumstances. When something happens fast, you've got to make decisions. Will you have patience to make the right decision? This is very, very important. So the fifth characteristics, now this is again part 6 of the code. The fifth characteristics is patience. Learning about patience. Go back and rewatch. This is a short video. Go take a look at yourself, point at yourself in the mirror, and ask yourself, are you accomplishing patience? And then remember the other look in the mirror homework that we have. So anyway, we're covering the characteristics, the traits of how to learn so we can use the code. People, our friends and family, they're important. You are important. And we've got to make sure that we can understand how to use the code. And these characteristics that we're studying, there's only 6 or 7 of them, and this is number 5. But you have to learn this. Sure, being kind and positive, but patience. It could be the most important thing. If we can't accomplish patience, we may not be able to work well with those other characteristics. So anyway, this is the end of this one, and this is Terry up in Martindale, Arkansas, up on the hill above McHenry Creek. And I will see you next time. Have a great day. I'm going to somehow, I promise you. Thanks.